Yes, this looks like a good view for the potential fiasco that is about to occur. And, you know what? I need a broomstick or something first. Let's see. So this PVC pipe is essentially going to be a safety so that these tubes don't get out of control, because once you remove them, they tend to splay any which way they want to rather than the way you'd rather they do. So the idea is to unplug this, have the vacuum cleaner running, and see what kind of mess I'm looking at. I won't be able to move the camera around, but I'll give a report. And I'm under a filter mask, so it's a little more difficult to talk. So here we go. What a difference a single cleaning can make. I'm going to take this down and do an even better job. And we'll take a look at it now. First up, I should unplug it. It might be this one, if this isn't the lights. And that's the lights. So let's see what we got here. That's much more dust than I would have figured sitting on the rails themselves. Not much over here, but yeah, the densest concentration seems to be right in here towards the edge. So I'll be pulling this off and dusting all that out, and I should probably unplug the fan right now. That plug over there does the lights. The fan is somewhere else. Hopefully it's not inside this wall. I don't feel like taking that apart. Let's at least rotate this around and get a better view of the fan. So this sheet was about as dusty as I figured it was going to be. What I may do is replace it with simple saran wrap so that I can stretch it across the front here. I can't quite plug the LEDs in to see how they're looking overall, but I do know there are a couple LEDs dead over here, and when I do rewire this, I'm not going to do it now, definitely. I'm going to trim that short. And maybe even add a few more of the same color and improve the light density overall. So there is quite the bit of grit going on with this fan. I should really take a brush to it to really get it all out, because it's going to throw it off balance more and more over time. I should also put some markings in there so I know when complete rotations are going on. So right now what I'm trying to figure out is where the fan unplugs, because it's not here, which means it could be in the wall, which would be unfortunate, having to take the wall off just to unplug the fan, but I do need to get this off of here sooner than later. And yeah, that's a surprising amount of dust on there. So looking in here, looking up there, looking all around, there is no plug for the fan for me to make this completely modular. I would have to cut into previous solder points or split the line and create the plug now. So that's unfortunate, because that'll take a little bit extra time just to get the roof off, so I can get this off so I can go from there. Well, now the question becomes is how detailed a cleaning breakdown do I really need to do here? I can't raise the bed 4 inches, so that's not going to happen today. The additions and stuff don't require me to take everything apart, but I would like to have installed down there, which is much more difficult this way. However, doing that is more difficult than all of this. Well, none of the lights look to be stained with paint. There's a bit of a blast there, but that's also dead LEDs, 2 segments. A little bit of black on the side there, but that's not affecting the quality. You can see all the little bits of gunk on each blade of fan, so I'll get myself a wire brush and I guess I'll do that for a little while now. It'd be very cool to put some LEDs in there, but not today. Yeah, these are looking in good condition overall, so I'm happy about that. And as mentioned, I may stretch saran wrap across the top rather than going with that frosted glass. The frosting does diffuse the light a little and absorb some of it. And I do like the way that it spreads out, because I don't want individual, or I'd rather not have individual pin lights in my reflections on the paint surface. But we'll try the saran wrap for a little bit and see what's really going on, because that thing is getting stained. I did vacuum it. I'm wondering if I can polish it down. That will actually be a test, because the vapor hood there is getting really dirty, and I need to scrape that down without actually marring the surface, and since it's plexiglass, chances are pretty good that it can't be scraped down like glass would be able to be. I do need to install some more LED strips along the edges in there to get some more paint, get some more light going on, and even on the back side here, so I can actually see the immediate area. That would help out a lot. It's good having an overall amount of light going on in there, but having some brighter spots that are much brighter than others would definitely be handy. Alright, so revamped plan. Do not disassemble the entire thing. Save that for the next upgrade. Get this back in place, or actually next up, clean that, saran wrap the lights, get it back in place, and cut the tubes down so they fit better here. I can feel the resistance caused by the debris, especially in the corners. This isn't quite the bristle brush that I would hope, however it's doing a really good job right now. The amount of dust I just saw fall off the Before I started this, I marked one fin with a white paint marker. And it looks like I'm just coming up on it right now. This is where the bristle brush would come in handy, so I could get the flat end against this surface here. That should clean that. Unfortunately, even if I took the adapter off of the base fan, I still wouldn't be able to get a good reach into this area to scrape it from the backside, which would be ideal. However, I'm thinking this is probably not too bad a job that just happened here. Let me get the vacuum cleaner. So, looking here, clean on the right, used 10-12 days on the left, vacuumed out, probably could even take another vacuum. It's definitely more dense overall, especially in this area here, a ring of it, but surprisingly nice. And like I said, I bet a little more vacuuming on that can pull a lot more debris out of there. Not all of it, but more. So I'm going to keep a used pile, and then every project I'll start a new one of these and then start going through these guys again eventually. So I don't know when the battery ran out, but this battery is about to die too. I just cut this hole here, and ceiling, test bed,